it's your girl DEMZ here, and this is going to be a super short introduction. I did a poll on my Instagram and asked if you guys wanted to see some Halloween makeup tutorials or if you wanted me to just keep it all glam, and majority of you guys messaged back and said that you wanted to see some Halloween tutorials. So thanks to everybody who participated in the poll. Also, make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter, so if I ever do any polls, I said that you guys can give your 2 cents if you would like to. And make sure you guys subscribe to my channel so that you guys can get updates on when I post some more stuff. If you guys like this tutorial, please leave a comment. Let me know if you want more, if you have suggestions for other Halloween looks that you want me to do. And I think that's about it. So I'm going to get started with this tutorial. I'm just going to listen to music on my iPad and I'm going to voice it over. So here you go. Going to voice over me in 3, 2, 1, go. Hello, it is I, the voice of God. No, I'm just kidding. It's voiceover DEMZ. So in this clip, you're going to see me moisturizing using my Mario Badescu Skincare Mist first. This is the one with rose water and aloe. And then I am going to be going into my jar of my most favorite moisturizer ever. This is the Total Moisture Moisturizer by Benefit Cosmetics. This stuff is pretty thick. It smells amazing though. We want something that's really thick and really hydrating for something like this because, like I said, we're going to be putting on layers and layers of makeup to make sure that our look looks really good. The next thing we're going to do is make sure that don't get all up in our hairline. And the way that we're going to make sure that it doesn't get in our hairline is by putting on a headband. And we want to make sure that we get one that covers all of our little hairs so they don't get thick makeup in them. So this is me using my Smashbox color corrector. This is the green one. It takes away the red from your face. You can tell I'm using a lot more than I would for an everyday look. I'm not afraid of it showing through green like I would for an everyday look, and I also really want it to neutralize my face as much as possible. I wanted my Pennywise not to be perfectly white though, because I wanted a more realistic, like, I live in a sewer part-time, I live in a crack house part-time type Pennywise. Oh, my camera cut out and I was really annoyed. So before my camera cut out, I had already done the first layer of this, but I'm going to showing you right here what I was doing and kind of like putting on another little coat to get the base down. I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit. It's the cream contour kit. My favorite for like doing more extreme like base changes to my makeup. I use the light version, and in this I took the fair, the neutral, and the banana, and I mixed them kind of together, but definitely using a lot more fair. I just used the neutral and the banana to kind of cut the intensity a little bit, because like I said, I didn't want this Pennywise to be super, super white. Everybody kind of has their own interpretation, and I wanted mine to actually look like he lived in a sewer. So then I want to set this so it doesn't move around when I do the muddying up of the face. So I'm using my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. This one's a little bit less yellow, definitely more white or neutral, so that's why I use this one. So the next thing I'm going to do is get these brows set. So backstory is that my eyebrows are really, really light naturally. So I actually dye my eyebrows darker. These kinds of moments are the moments where I regret doing that. But so I put a little bit of the fair on and I just kind of set that down with some translucent setting powder, and I got my booty cheeks up and I said, I need to figure something out here. So I grabbed this, it's the Tarte Opening Act. It's a mascara that's made to lengthen your lashes. It's a white mascara, and so I kind of just strobed that through my brow hairs, and this actually worked really, really well to not only neutralize the color but kind of set them down like a brow gel. So I really recommend doing that. Then the next time that I put the fair cream over top of it, it stuck even better, so I was really, really, really pleased with this. Then just setting that with some translucent powder on the butt of my beauty blender. So then I'm going in with this Anastasia lip kit. It's super cool. You use this little palette and you mix up the different colors to create other colors. So I used the black and the white to make this gray color so that I can make more of a gray, muddy looking face for Pennywise instead of the bright, bright white. If you want to do bright white, you could totally skip this step and just do another layer of the white. The best part of this is that it's all up to interpretation. So then we're just setting that with the translucent setting powder and we're starting the outline. Now again, this is another thing that's up for interpretation. If you guys don't want to do this black underneath the red, you don't have to. You could go in directly with a red. This is the black from that Anastasia lip kit. I did the black though, and I would really highly recommend it if you can, because it just sets a dark base for that red so it really pops, and then also it creates kind of a shadowy, grungy look underneath the red that's really cool. Make sure in that spot that you are shaping around your cheekbones to give Pennywise that really high cheekbone that's like childlike and smiley. So next I'm going in with the red from that lip kit, and I'm just going right over top of that line. There were some spots where I purposely like went next to it or on the other side, and then I kind of cleaned those up at the end. I didn't want this to look super calculated and super exact because I just felt like Pennywise, especially since it is this changing crazy figure, I wanted these lines to be a little more sporadic, almost like a little bit more like the Joker, and a little bit crazy as my interpretation of Pennywise. But if you want to take a little bit more time on these and make them a little bit more exact, if that's what you're going for, you totally can. And then I'm just putting a little bit of that red down on the lips just to kind of get ready for doing the actual lips themselves. So this right here was probably my second favorite part, was doing the nose. Now this is the one spot that I was really particular about, wanting to get really good lines and kind of make it as clean as possible. The only thing I will say that I did that I wish I didn't do is I covered my piercings. I have my septum and my nose pierced, and I covered them with the lipstick, and I almost wish that I didn't do that, especially for just the taking it off part. So I feel like I'm gonna have red lipstick on my piercings for weeks, but que sera, you live and you learn. Learn from my mistakes. And I took it down a little bit further than maybe I should have right here, and in retrospect, and foresight 2020, maybe I should have, but I think it turned out good anyway. And then this is me cleaning it up. I take a little bit of that fair on my finger and dot it around. In this case, when I was cleaning up a little bit of the line work here and there, when I got some strays, I took the white from that Anastasia palette and cleaned it up and set it with some setting powder. Under my nose, I did the same thing. It was like every time I tried to clean something up, it got on my brush. So these looks are always really messy, so just keep that in mind whenever you're doing them. They do not take like 5 minutes. So I'm going in with that same red over top of my lips. I kind of stained them a little with the leftover before. Then I'm taking that grayish black color that I originally put down as my base for these lines, and I am outlining my lips with it. And that's just kind of creating like a little bit more dimension, a little bit bigger of a lip. Pennywise has kind of very narrow lips, but very plump lips, so that black is giving it a little bit of shadow. So yeah, I just kind of like went over and over and over and over my lips to make sure that everything blended seamlessly, and everything was looking really good with those, that the ombre looked good, and that the lip color kind of meshed really well. This was not a very fast process either. So the next thing I was doing was my eyes, and this is my favorite part. And I guess I got so excited I decided to be a shitty YouTuber and cover my camera with my palette. But I just laid down a base using that Anastasia lip kit, just the black shade straight on my eyelid. Then I'm going into my Naked palette from Urban Decay, and I'm grabbing Buck on a big fluffy Morphe brush, and I am stippling this all around. This stippling motion where I just hit it straight on is going to be the key to this look. Then I'm going in after that with Dark Horse. It's a little shimmery of a shade, but it's okay because I'm going in with a matte black later. You don't have to build in with these, you could go in straight with the black, but I think that this just gives it more dimension and makes it look better overall. It really helps to make it look a little bit more blended. Then I am going into the old Nikki Tutorials and Too Faced collaboration palette, and I am using the shade Wanted. This palette is a oldie but goodie, and it's really one of the only palettes that I have that has a matte black that would be good enough to use for this look. So this I just grabbed on, and again, I'm just stippling it, and that's going to give you shadows, and that's going to give you really, really, really good build up into the eyelid, so you're not just looking at two sockets. It's going to make it look sunken in. If you look at the edges, that's where it really, really shines. This technique really, really shines because it just looks like a good gradient. So then I'm taking my hair down, which is really important because it's a rat's nest, and I mean that's Pennywise as fuck. So then also I am going into my Tarte Pro Glow palette, and I'm just taking sculpts and carving out my cheekbones, and then that's it. That's all that there is. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you guys end up doing a Pennywise makeup look, then make sure you guys tag me on Instagram or Twitter. And yeah, I'm out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave comments below and let me know what you guys want to see from me in the future, or if you want more of these types of tutorials. And yeah, subscribe, and remember, you don't need makeup to be beautiful. Love you guys. Bye.